Hello everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. And I want to welcome you to my Wednesday live. It is Wednesday, February 2nd. I hope you are having a fabulous week so far, wherever you are joining me from. Please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're coming from, even if you're watching the replay. I love to hear from you. I love to connect with you in the comments. All right, I'm just checking my lighting. I've got you up on my iPad so that I can see everything looks good. Okay, today we are going to be creating with the Here Together collection. So that is the stamp set, the dies, the designer series paper, and the blends. The new natural tone blends. So when we are all done here, if you hop on over to my blog, I will be putting it in the description. This flyer is on my blog, today's blog post, that you can click on it and download it for easy reference. As well, I haven't had a chance to fill this in yet, other than I have filled out my numbers. So I have also got this handy dandy the Natural Tones Stampin' Blends color chart for you to print out as well. I forgot all about this, so I just printed it out not long ago. That's why I haven't had a chance. However, I did go ahead and I have done let me get this stuff out of the way. I have done a chart with all of the colors for you to see what they all look like. So this is all of the colors. They are fabulous. Zoom that in just slightly, and I see I've got my lovely, let's see, does that help at all? No, it does not. My lighting issues are a thorn in my side. Yeah, so here are all of the new blend colors, the 1000 being the lightest and having quite the pink tone. I did this last night, so they've had time to dry. And so what you're going to do on your color chart, let me bring that back. Hello, Mary. How are you today? I hope you're having fun with those kiddos. What you're going to do with your color chart is you are going to color each one of these. You're going to do the swatch of the one color, so your 100, and then you're going to add in the 200, the 300, so all the way across to show you what those two color tones look like together. And again, here is all the different color tones. So for blending, for natural skin tones and things like that, we all come in so many fabulous shades. It's so fabulous that we all can now create our own skin tones as what might pertain to us and our friends and family and all that kind of stuff. So everybody is included and represented. I love that, Stampin' Up! Thank you. All right, so actually, let's leave that here because I'm going to show you. So this is the card we're going to be creating today. So you matter to me. And this skin tone is, where's my little die cut hands? This one here is 500. So that is this one here. So this, I've taken the designer series paper. Oh, we are making Valentine's. How fun. So this is the designer series paper here. So I have taken my mint macaron and my blending brush, and I have colored that to give it a bit more warmth. And then I have done the same for the inside. And then in between, because my hands are creating the heart, so I thought, well, let's have some polished pink behind that, so that way it is showing that beautiful pink glow behind those hands. I just thought that was really fun. And of course I had to color her fingernails with the dark polished pink Stampin' blend. Now I have another card to show you because I want to show you the different tones here. So that was 500, as you can see. This card here that I also created, just to show you the difference, this is 800. I wrote down when I was coloring, so that before I die cut out, so that I would know what that tone was. Again, I have done the beautiful polished pink in behind, only this one here I colored with my dark polished pink blend. And you know what though? This designer series paper is very hard to color with your blends. The bleeding is crazy. I don't know if it's just me, but oh my goodness, I cannot color on designer series paper with blends. The bleeding was terrible, so you need your Stampin', your color lifter. So on the on the inside, I said, forget that nonsense. So I just left it the black and white. But again, the little blush in there with that heart. Now, this one here, I colored with my Melon Mambo watercolor pencil, and then I used my, I don't see it here on the desk. I must have moved it somewhere. I used my blender pen to even out that color. So that might be an option for you if you want to color your hearts in. It's cute, but don't look too close. So my question before we get started is going to be, what color would you like me to color these next set of hands in? I'm going to ink them up and let them dry. Because we're using alcohol markers, we are going to be using our Memento ink pad. So I am just going to stamp there. Hello, Jeannie. Thanks for joining. The storm really hasn't started yet, although all the schools in the area, I believe, are closed. The buses aren't running because they are really anticipating for us to get really basically hammered with snow. We're supposed to get 30 plus centimeters of snow, which is crazy. So yeah, Brad's already got the cars moved so that he can get that snowblower out. He's really excited about the possibility of using his snowblower today. I think he used it once last year, but anyhow, so this, again, this was, oh my gosh, see, I have forgotten already. This was 500. Let's do it this way. So these hands are 500, these hands are 800. So is there another skin tone color here? I didn't do any blending or anything like that. I just colored them directly with the blends. That one color, I didn't mix colors. So let me know what color you think I should color in my hands with. But before, while I'm waiting for you guys to decide, and then look at that. Time to open up the new grid paper, which happens to be sitting here waiting, already unwrapped. I love my mini grid paper. I use the big to cover my desk, my work surface, and then I use the little one for covering and doing my blending in that. So, okay, how am I going to do this so that I'm not in the way here? We can still be, are we still showing? Yes. All right. So, yeah, would you like me to do lighter or darker tone? It's whatever you guys say I will do. How about 900, Jeannie says. So that is one more lighter. All right, so I'm going to take my blending brush and I am going to color this designer series paper. This is a fun way to change the look of your designer series paper. So if you're hoarding your paper, I was talking to a lovely customer the other day, and she was saying she has so much designer series paper that she's not using. And I said, oh my gosh, you need to get cutting that up and adding it to your projects. Even just a little bit, you know, really does add quite a bit to the look of that project. So doing this gets you an even different look for your project. And I thought, let's bring in some green, because this, to me, this is leaves, this pattern. All right, so I did not do a great, whoops, and I just crinkled that. It's okay, it's going to be glued down. Didn't do a great job there. All right, so that one's done. And then, it's because I'm trying to go quickly, because I know you guys don't want to be sitting here all day watching me do this. Flip that around. So last night we started the new season of Raising Dion. Do I have any other Raising Dion fans out there? Oh my gosh, it was quite intense. And I was surprised that unlike Snowpiercer, these are both on Netflix. Snowpiercer is one episode a week. Raising Dion is all released at the same time. I said to Brad, oh, it's going to be tough not to want to just binge watch them all. But we didn't. We just watched the one episode. All right, so there is the mint macaron on that. Move that out of the way. And that out of the way. Now, where I'm going to be putting my, I'm just wiping my hands off. I'm going to move this and this, flip that over. And then we need both pieces here of my basic white. So to visualize, I'm just going to put that there for the moment. And I want the deepest amount of this polished pink to be in the center here, where my hands are going to meet to form that heart. So this would be a, this could be a fabulous Valentine's card or Galentine's. All right, so I'm thinking that this is probably pretty close to where I'm going to need it to be. Yeah, I'm not too much worried about all the snow that we're going to supposedly be getting, because I've got, the fridge has got food, the pantry, the freezer. Just as long as we don't lose power, all will be good. All right, so let's take a look and see. Yeah, I think that should be good. Maybe just a smidge more. And then we're going to do the same thing for the inside, just a little bit lighter because it's the inside and we're going to be doing some writing on here. Do you guys send your girlfriends Galentine's cards? This would be a fabulous one. Okay, I think that's good. I just wanted that light blush in there, so I'm going to take my heart and ink that up, straighten that out. All right, and right there in the center, that just adds that little bit extra, I think. And then we can move that blending brush out of the way. Move this out of the way, bring that in. So now we can add our designer series paper. So this really was my very first play with them. I did this yesterday. I didn't want to get crazy bananas. I just wanted to see what I thought by just coloring up some hands right off the get-go. All right, so then we are going to do the same with this. And right down here. And I have already embossed my sentiment so that I wasn't taking up too much of your time today. There, we've got that on. All right, so Jeannie says, how about 900? Nobody else has given me a number, so Jeannie's number wins. Let's do 900. So I'm gonna have to get some little labels. You just ordered the bundle. You're waiting for it to come. Nice. Yes. I love black. I love black and white paper. I love that it gives you options. And I'm loving all these markers now. Look at this here. Look at how pink that is. That's like a baby pink. I think I'm going to be using that for rosy cheeks and that. I'm really liking that tone. All right, so make sure I've got the 900. And giving this enough time to dry. And I found that if you extend that color out further, because of the way the die cut is, it's going to get you that filled in at the very bottom there. Now, if you wanted to use the same marker, the same color, and just add a bit more depth and tone to it, you can go over it again once it's almost dry, type of thing, to add another layer. Okay. There's our one hand done. And I'm just trying to quickly but stay in the lines with the other. Turning so that I'm not reaching. I just want to add just a smidge more color, so I'm just coming in. All right. Now she needs her bright pink nails. I'm not talking much when I'm coloring so that I can focus. There we go. All right. So you can see how it is a different tone altogether. Love that it's like a subtle. All right. So let's bring in our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And actually, let's get you taped down first. So I find that I'm finding that it's better to throw some repositionable tape on them so that you get that just right position. And then take a look after. Now I can lift that up, make sure that looks pretty good to me. Alrighty, bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, my little sister here. I love that you can use this machine with these dies. I love it when we've got that option because it takes up so much less space. And there we have our hands. Okay. So I am going to fold and burnish my mint macaron base. All of the measurements can be found on my blog post after we're all done here. It'll be about 10 minutes at the most, I would say, just to get all the other stuff on. Now I'm using this ribbon was from the holiday catalog, and yay, it carried over. So what I'm doing, before I, yes, that's gonna be good, right, like that. Okay. I probably could have brought it up a little bit higher there, but that's all right. All right, so we're just going to, yes, there. And did you know that if you can't get your Stampin' Seal started, if you just run it on your silicone craft sheet, run it across, it will get that tape moving. So I'm just taping it right across the top to cover that seam. And I think this is just a smidge higher than the other side, so let's move you down slightly. There we go. So then I'm going to just add a bit more so that this glue is glued down. Move that out of the way. And then my basic black cardstock. Yeah, I'm not done making Valentine's yet, Mary. For all my kids and my great niece and nephew, all that jazz. Making Valentine's is always fun. Okay, and there we go. We look like we're nice and, oh, a little bit of a tape goober there. Give that a press. All right. And oh, we've got some there. I find my black cardstock generally has a little bit of fuzzies on it. When you cut it, it always, I don't know, does anybody else find that with their black? It's, I don't know, it's a different texture or what, but it always seems to have a bit of that frayed edge look. And there's our inside. Oh, so lovely. And adding that bit of ink blending there just, I think, adds that little bit of loveliness to the inside. All right, so I have stamped in Versamark and heat embossed with the black embossing powder. And I need, when I tidied up my desk, I put everything away. All right, so we need regular and mini, and we need the glue dots. So 2 regular. Have I heard anything about them bringing the ribbon shears back? No, I have not, Jeannie. I love my ribbon shears. However, with the issues with product supply and demand, workers, with them always not having enough, I don't know, like our regular paper snips, which I absolutely love, they're on back order till towards the end of February. So I don't know that they would be able to source out the materials to, right at the moment. Everything is worldwide is hard to get materials and stuff. The grocery store, the shelves are kind of empty, and I went to the post office yesterday to do some happy mailing, and I had to wait a few minutes because she was closed, and she was closing early. She was closed a few times at the main office here downtown. She said that they are using all of their casual, part-time casual employees and pulling employees from Sarnia because they just can't seem to get enough people into work because everybody is getting sick. So, all right. Whoop, don't sit down there yet. I think that looks like that's probably metal. close enough. All right, and then we want, I'm just going to cut a little knot. So I'm just tying. So for those of you who aren't overly keen on tying bows, your little knot makes it easy peasy, although that's a little long still. Snip and snip. Whoop, it's a little pointy. There we go. And then I use my glue dot with my take your pick tool. Get all of that fuzzies out, just to help hold that down in, whoop, come on, get under there, in place. There we go. Lovely. Now we need both of these. I did the same. I added some of the black, what are they called here? The classic matte dots, to keep with the black and white theme, adding to it. So we're going to put one here and over here, 1, 2. Get those out of my way. And 2. And there we have today's card. And what time is it? 1:33. Not too bad at all. So there's our 3 different the cards with 3 different tones, skin tones. And then of course the different layout with the different orientation and the different designer series paper. But I think that black and white gingham ribbon really adds a lot to it. So you really like this new one, this one here that we just did? Yes, lovely, lovely. I'm just loving this this suite of products. I got them thinking, well, yeah, I'll give it a try. Wasn't thinking all that I would really enjoy it, but I am really liking them just with my first play. Love that the dies cut out the hands. I haven't used the sentiments "You Matter" and "Here for You." And even though this is attached, you could easily just die cut that out and then bring that around so that just for you. Lots of ways to use it so that you get more use out of your products, and I am all about that. I love when we can do so much more with our products. So every act of kindness changes the world. That's such a lovely, lovely sentiment. But yeah, such a great stamp set, I think. Now this stamp set is not, and the dies, the stamp set dies and paper, these are not carrying over to the catalog, the new annual catalog. The blends are. So these are while supplies last, although we just got them. They just were released, so they should last a little while, I should think. But if it is something that you think you might like, as always, order it right away so you don't get disappointed, because you just never know. You never know. So I'd hate for you to be like, oh, I really wanted that, and now I can't get it. Yeah. So that is all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me just zoom in a bit more so that you get a better view of those cards. There. Yeah. So if you need anything, please reach out. If you have any questions at all, that's my email there, marcy@stampinwithmarcy.com. I'd love to help you in any way that I can. Remember, Celebration is going on right now, so every $60 you spend gets you a free Celebration item. It's also a fabulous time to join my crafting family. Besides the regular, you pay $135, you get to choose $165. There's never any shipping on that. You get 2 additional stamp sets on top of that. So that is really fabulous. You can choose any current stamp set other than Celebration and Host Reward ones to add to it. And in Ontario, there's no tax included, and a few other provinces. So, again, if you've got any questions, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up. YouTube really likes it when you give me a thumbs up, when you comment, when you share. It shows that my content is worth them promoting, and it's how I reach more crafty friends, customers, and team members. All right, stay safe, stay warm, have a fabulous day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.